All right, we are live tonight, week 4. This is the YDL Sports Network High School Extra Point Show sponsored by Generational Wealth Management. This isn't. I'm still your host, Graphics Jared. I'm kind of at a different location than what I'm normally used to. I'm at the parking lot right now in Bristol, Tennessee, as I took a little mini vacation this weekend down south for a NASCAR race this weekend. So that's why the background kind of looks a little different. You can kind of see the parking lot out back there. But let's take a minute here. I'm going to play our ad sponsors that are helping us bring the show to you guys.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
All right, we're back. Those were our sponsors, Generational Wealth Management, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for your investment needs. They offer world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. Find out more at gwm.nm.com. The other two ads were the Warren Crow, Pennsylvania's all-season destination. Warren County, simple, pure, and real. And, we also have to thank our sponsor of Pizza Hut of Clearfield, Clarion, Brookville, DuBois, St. Mary's, Grove City, and Phillipsburg, State College, Lock Haven, and Bellefonte. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Definitely a lot of Pizza Huts to thank out there. So we might as well get into the scores because that's why everyone tonight tuned in. So we'll start off with some District 9 scores. It looks like a lot of them are final. We have Port Allegheny 46, Cameron County nothing. That's final. Central Clarion County 45, Punxsutawney 7. That still says it's in the fourth quarter. Clearfield with a 55-0 win over Phillipsburg Osceola. That one's final. Coudersport 16, Smethport 0. That's final. Southern Huntington 40, Kerwinsville 20. That still says it's in the fourth quarter. Elk County Catholic 57, Sheffield 0. That's final. Still in the fourth quarter, we have Kane 48, Ridgeway 27. Another final, we have Karn City 14, St. Mary's 6, Red Bank Valley 42, Keystone 7, Otto Eldred 52, Bucktail 32, DuBois 49, Bradford 20, Union 8, 20. That's still in the fourth quarter. And Brookville had a 7-0 win over Montauk, which is final. So those are your D9 scores that we have so far for us. It looks like there's still a couple more games left to finalize here, but we'll get into the District 10 games. There's still a couple. Spring 6, Ohio 14, Lakeview 10, Maplewood nothing, Mercer 42, 17, Eisenhower 46, Seneca 34, 28, Northwestern 21, Farrell 40, Greenville 7. That still says the third quarter. 31, Sharon 19. That's in the fourth quarter. Hickory 21, Wilmington 14. That's the fourth in the fourth quarter still. Sharpsville 28, Slippery Rock 14, Warren 10, Canet 7, Conneaut. Okay, that's right. Conneaut. I got it right this week. Caught myself. Oil City 64, Franklin nothing, Meadville 69, Titusville 7, Corey 20, Harbor Creek 7, Fort LaBeouf 21, Fairview 7, Butler 7, Hollidaysburg nothing. That says it's still at halftime. And McDowell 52, Erie 14. So there's still a couple games left in District 10 that have yet to be finalized. Right now, we're still kind of waiting on getting some players together. I know Brian's up in Eisenhower. He said he might not be able to help out as much as he has been the last couple weeks. So I'm kind of on my own right now trying to get some people on. So just bear with us on this episode tonight. In the meantime, I'll play the generational wealth management ad.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
And there you have it, our generational wealth management, bringing us tonight's Extra Point show. For anyone who's tuning in or has been listening, if you have any final scores that I read off that weren't finalized, feel free to let me know in the comments. I would love to get the finals out there for everyone. Scott Haynes, Red Bank, was very impressive against a good Keystone team. I did see that score on the D9and10sports.com Pizza Hut live scoreboard for week 4. That was kind of a lopsided win there. I didn't expect it to go the score it did, 42-7. It looks like the final was. I was really thinking that was going to be a lot closer game, especially with both teams being undefeated. I was kind of surprised on that, but either way, it does sound like it was a pretty good game and a good win for the Bulldogs. All right, it looks like we will have someone from that game around 10:30. So we'll be hearing from a Red Bank player at 10:30 as he's trying to get stuff figured out, and I'm getting links. So, if anyone has a final on the Union AC Valley Brockway game, that sounded like looked like it was pretty close. It was 26-20 in the fourth quarter. So anyone who has that final, feel free to share or reach out or see what we can get about that. I know Chris was down at the Carn City St. Mary's game, so I'm sure Chris will be on later tonight to kind of talk about that game. Yeah, Central Clarion County and Punxsutawney, that's still in the fourth quarter. If we could get a final on that. And looks like we got finals for everything now. All right, so finals for all of D9. We have Port Allegheny 46, Cameron County nothing, Central Clarion County 45, Punxsutawney 7, Clearfield 55, Phillipsburg Osceola nothing, Coudersport 16, Smethport nothing, Southern Huntington 47, Kerwinsville 20, Elk County Catholic 57, Sheffield nothing. Kane 48, Ridgeway 27. Karn City 14, St. Mary's 6. Red Bank Valley 42, Keystone 7. Otto Eldred 52, Bucktail 32. DuBois 49, Bradford 20. Union AC Valley 26, Brockway 20. And Brookville 7, Montauk nothing. So those scores are all final in District 9, and it looks like all of District is updated with finals. So we'll Lakeview 24, Maplewood 7, Mercer 42, Sagertown 24, Eisenhower 46, Seneca 34, Mercyhurst Prep 28, Northwestern 21, Farrell 46, Greenville 7, 5, Wilmington 22, Hickory 21, Sharpsville 28, Slippery Rock 13, Warren 10, 7, Oil City 64, Franklin nothing, Meadville 69, Tideville 7, Corey 20, Harbor Creek 7, Fort LaBeouf 21, Fairview 7, Butler 40, Holidays McDowell 52, and Erie 14. All of our games tonight are we have Kent Catholic at Cochranton tomorrow and Union City at Earways. So that is your scores from Thursday. Actually, I completely missed that. Thursday's scores, we have General McLean 21 and Northeast 6. So everything from Thursday and Friday are complete. They're just waiting on the Kennedy Catholic tomorrow, like I said. So those are our scores right now. Still kind of waiting on getting some links out there to people. But like I said, we are going to have for sure someone from Red Bank come on around 10:30, and it looks like Andy's trying to stream. I think we got him. Hey. Still working on it. No, I don't think he's ready yet. We'll take a quick break real quick.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
All right, those were some of our sponsors. Generational Wealth Management, they're our main sponsor that's really helping us get these D9 and 10 scores to you on Fridays. And we also played the Warren County Visitors Bureau. So shout out to those, and I forgot the Pizza Hut ones. We'll play.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
And Pizza Hut. Got to include Pizza Hut out. I might as well just play all the sponsors for us. So Andy was at the Union AC Valley at Brockway game, and he says the interview should be in here. Not seeing it yet. Guess it's not in there yet. I believe he's going to be trying to join the show here in a minute. I think he was getting that video uploaded that we will play for you as soon as it shows up on here. Guess not yet. Sounds like that was a really good game, though. At least if it was, I was checking the scoreboard right before I got there, and I know Brockway was down 2 scores at one point, and I guess they made it a 1-score game. So I'm kind of curious to hear from Andy, or if the interview that ever pops up. I'd kind of like to know how that game went. Still not seeing it yet, so hang in there with us. This is one of those situations I don't really want to refresh the page because I'm not sure what that'll do with the stream, so I'm kind of just hoping that just pops up there. Might be out of luck for that for right now, but might as well go down the scores again. Port Allegheny 46, Cameron County nothing, Central Clarion County 45, Punxsutawney 7, Clearfield 55, Phillipsburg Osceola nothing, Coudersport 16, Smethport nothing, Southern Huntington 47, Kerwinsville 20, Elk County Catholic 57, Sheffield nothing, Kane 48, Ridgeway 27, Karn City 14, St. Mary's 6, Red Bank Valley 42, Keystone 7, Otto Eldred 52, Bucktail 32, DuBois 49, Bradford 20, Union AC Valley 26, Brockway 20, Brookville 7, Montauk nothing, Reynolds 46, Cambridge Springs 6, Cathedral Prep 49, Salon, Ohio 14, Lakeview 24, Maplewood 7, Mercer 42, Sagertown 24, Eisenhower 46, Seneca 34, Mercyhurst Prep 28, Northwestern 21, Farrell 46, Greenville 7, Grove City 41, Sharon 25, Wilmington 22, Hickory 21, Sharpsville 28, Slippery Rock 14, Warren 10, Conneaut 7, Oil City 64, Franklin nothing, Meadville 69, Titusville 7, Corey 20, Harbor Creek 7, Fort LaBeouf 21, Fairview 7, Butler 40, Hollidaysburg 20, McDowell 52, Erie 14. Scores from Thursday, General McLean 21, Northeast 6, and tomorrow's game are Kennedy Catholic at Cochranton and Union City at Iroquois. So those are our 2 games for tomorrow, and as I said, the scores from Thursday and Friday are both final. So still waiting to see if Andy comes back on. I know he just popped in there for a second, so I think he's probably finishing up what he's got going on in Brockway. To see the interview pop up from that game. So,
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
all right. I think Andy looks ready to go. So, hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. Look, we're twinning today. We're both in vehicles doing this.
Yeah, so gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. How was your game?
Oh, Jared, it was a great game. Union AC Valley 26, Brockway 20. Union AC Valley jumped out to a 20-0 lead in the first half on the strength of 3 Dawson Camper touchdown runs. Brockway had a muffed kickoff return there, gave Union AC Valley the ball at the 5-yard line. They punched it in again. Brockway scored on the final play of the first half to get back within 20-7. But they turned it over on the first play of the second half, and Union AC Valley went right down, scored again to make it 26-7, and Brockway came storming back again, had the ball late, but just ran out of time. I think a game that surprised a lot of people. I think most people were picking Brockway in this one. I think we lost Jared there for a second. So you are in the Extra Point show brought to you by Generational Wealth Management. And again, Union AC Valley, a 26-20 winner over Brockway. Andy Close with you here live from my car outside of Frank Verichetti Field in Brockway. Again, Dawson Camper, 3 touchdowns. We have an interview with him that I uploaded that hopefully we can get to once Jared gets back. And
All right, we're back.
There's Jared.
Yeah, I'm back.
I was just telling the folks, we got an interview with Dawson. I was able to talk to Dawson afterwards. Were you able to play that yet?
For me, okay, it's popped up actually now, so I can play that.
All right, Dawson Camper, Union AC Valley, our Allegheny Grill Foxburg player of the game. First of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You guys came out and really, it was 20-0. What was the key to the great start tonight?
Well, the past 2 weeks we really came out really slow, and in practice for the past 2 weeks we've really been working on coming out hammering, and we finally get it done this week, and we're hoping to continue it.
And after the last 2 weeks, just how good does this feel tonight?
It feels absolutely great. I mean, the last 2 games were really hard losses, and this week's really going to motivate us to keep driving.
You had a big game on the ground, 3 touchdowns in the first half. First of all, I want to give you an opportunity to shout out your offensive line.
I really want to give a big shout out because the last 2 weeks, we were missing assignments up front, and this week we really hammered down, and I really want to give a big thing with them. I really couldn't do it without them. So.
What the play at the end of the first half, how did you let that go? Because that could have shifted the momentum. It really didn't. How were you guys able to go into the locker room and just come out, and then you get the big turnover and the score of your own there to start the second half?
I was really hoping it didn't turn us down, because usually when they start scoring, we usually get down. But I was in the locker room, we're keeping them up. Everybody's going. We had some music going, and it really just kept us up, and we just kept going. Nothing stopping us.
And how about defensively tonight? I mean, this is a Brockway team that scored 70 points last week. You hold them to 20. What were you guys doing that was working defensively?
Defensively, we switched up our defense this week, and last week we moved to a 3-man front, and we were just rushing the quarterback, hoping to get him to scramble out a little bit, and I think we got on his mind, and it was hard for him to make plays.
Mm-hmm. And what's that locker room like right now?
The locker room right now is very excited. I mean, obviously we're really happy to have this win tonight, and it's just explosive in there right now.
And just lastly, how do you build off this win now moving forward?
we're going to build off it. I mean, Monday's coming. We're working harder, and nothing's going to stop us from now. We got the momentum, so we're going to keep going.
All right, Dawson. Well, thanks for the time and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely a big momentum win for them tonight. I was looking at that game. I didn't think it was going to be as close as it was going to be, and especially the outcome of that game. That's a pretty big win for them, especially with Brockway coming off a week that they just had last week.
Yeah, and again, we talked about that a little bit. I talked about that with Dawson. Yeah, defensively, I think is where they really won the game. Again, Cowdy, Brockway scored 70 on Cowdy last week, and Union AC Valley shutting them out until the final play of the first half. They really, they did a great job. And Brockway's passing attack, Braden Fox, Alex Carlson, those guys are great. But what Union AC Valley really did, they had the one big play in the second half to map Braden Fox to Matt Pine. But apart from that, the Falcon Knights really did a great job of keeping everything short, keeping everything in front of them, really diagnosing the play and not allowing Brockway to go deep down the field, like I said, apart from that one play in the second half.
Yeah, that was a big win for them, and it was kind of one of the games that I was actually circled on my games to watch this week. There was that game, and then there was the Red Bank Keystone game that wasn't as close as I also thought. I talked about it a little bit on the show here. I wasn't expecting it to be a lopsided 42-7 victory by them.
Yeah, it's funny. Ken Staub was with me tonight, and he got a text from his wife that said it was 42-0, and Red Bank Valley intercepted like 5 passes. I'm like, wow. I mean, it was a game I picked Red Bank Valley to win, but I thought it would be. I didn't think it would be like that. To your point. So again, credit to the Bulldogs there. That's a statement win. And again, they pointed to the loss to Keystone to open the season last year as really kind of their springboard going forward. Of course, as we all know, their season ended in Hershey in the state championship game. So no loss to Keystone this time around. Really, really quite impressive performance from Red Bank Valley.
Yeah, I think I was kind of looking at the schedule ahead too. We could be looking at a pretty good game in 2 weeks. I know Union plays Kane next week. If Union wins that game and goes on, and then I think Red Bank plays Ridgeway. If I'm right, I think they play Ridgeway. If they win that game, you got 2 really good teams coming up in a couple weeks. That would be head to head.
Yeah, and the funny thing about Union is they had really struggled the past 2 weeks after an opening win to against Cameron County. They had really struggled, and credit to them because that's to go into Brockway and beat a team like that. Again, just very, very impressive. And Red Bank Valley, I think, is just. I mean, are they last year's team? No, but this is a new team with a new identity, and guess what? They're actually off to a better start than last year's team. So, yeah, that's potentially setting the stage for a very good matchup there. To your point.
Yeah, I think that should be a pretty good game in the upcoming weeks. Were there any other games in D9 that kind of stood out to you? I know Chris was at the Carson City St.
I think we're losing Jared a little bit there, but yeah, Carson City St. Mary's was kind of went the final score kind of went how I expected. I thought it would be like a 1-score game either way. Maybe not quite as defensive of a game. I thought there might be a few more points, but but again, 14-6, Carson City winning a big game, against St. Mary's. They seem to have had their number over the past few years. So, yeah, nothing too surprising there. But again, the heavyweight matchup that you thought it might be, and it was certainly every bit of that from the sounds of it. Don't know if we have Jared. Jared's kind of freezing on my end. Again, you heard from Dawson Camper from Union AC Valley. Jared, did we got you? Jared is trying to reconnect here, but yeah, again, without just taking a quick glance at the scoreboard, Countersport, talk about a change of pace. They go from giving up 70 points to Brockway last week to shutting out Smethport this week. So quite the performance there, from the Falcons. And again, it's high school football. Anything can happen. Game to game, week to week, and I think you saw that here tonight. Over in District 10, I haven't really had a chance to look at the scoreboard too closely here, folks. Apologize. I'm kind of in my car on the way back from Brockway, where I saw Union AC Valley beat Brockway. But again, Region 4 in District 10 kind of sticking out to me. Oil City and Meadville, a couple of huge wins tonight, which I think was expected. But you want to talk about matchups later in the season that should really be circled on your calendar. That's one of them, because that is going to be a showdown of epic proportions. Meadville's rushing attack, with that offensive line, with Kalon Simmons and Brady Walker. Then we know what Ethan Knox is doing. So, there we got Jared back.
Hey, I'm back.
So I was just going over, touching on a few things there. I know you already read over the scores once from tonight. Where were you at tonight?
I'm down in Bristol, Tennessee for the NASCAR race weekend.
Oh, okay. Jared, live from Bristol, Tennessee, bringing you the show tonight.
Yeah, I figured that'd be a kind of cool to. I still wanted to get the show in this weekend, so I made it work.
Absolutely. Why don't we run through those scores again? Do we got somebody?
Yeah, we got Carson Rupp from Red Bank. Actually, he hopped on before I ended up losing connection, so I'm going to try to see if the connection will work with 3 people on. Hey, Carson, what's up?
Nothing. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Big win for you guys. We were just talking about you before you hopped onto the show. Another impressive win. I think that's also a statement win for you guys, I would say.
Yeah, definitely a statement win.
Yeah, and especially you're probably always reminded of that week 1 loss last year. What was the feeling going into this game, knowing that you have last year's chip on your shoulder?
I think after week 1 last year, we just kind of bottled that up and used it, and we saved a little bit of it for this game this year, and we definitely had it circled on our calendar.
Yeah, and who was kind of stepping up for you guys today? It looked like the offense was working, and then the defense was also, obviously, with how the score was. Just talk about who was making plays and who had games tonight.
I think everything's starting to click on offense now. I think that Cam had a heck of a game, and then on defense, Caden Adams and Kulbish played a phenomenal game on defense. So I think everything's just starting to click on offense, and then that helps both defense and offense.
Yeah, especially Scott Haynes just brought up the stats. Wagner was 8 for 9 for 203 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half, which that's really big for you guys and the offense to get rolling, because you kind of have a whole different offensive set. You got a different quarterback, you got different receivers out there, but now it's you're basically in the same rhythm of last year now at this point. We're getting into the season compared to this season than last season.
Yeah.
Andy, do you have any questions for Carson?
Yeah, Carson, have you guys obviously off to a great start to the season, a great win tonight? How is this team, because everyone talks about last year's team, obviously, and for good reason, but how have you guys been able to create sort of your own identity?
Yeah, we definitely have a change. Just talking our wide receivers, we lost 2 tall athletes, but I think our speed is definitely our own identity on offense. We have fast receivers that get open.
Yeah, so thanks. Thanks for joining the Generational Wealth Management post-game show. We keep having Red Bank guys on, so I'm glad we're kind of getting a little rotation with you guys to get everyone's opinion on the team. Every single Red Bank player that we bring on the show, it sounds like the whole culture, the overall what's going down in Red Bank's really working out for you guys.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're really close as a team, and that just helps on Friday nights.
Yeah, so keep up that good work, and congrats on the win, and hopefully we'll hear from someone on your team next week.
All right. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks, Carson.
Yep.
No problem. Yeah, I really like having the Red Bank guys on, because they're all very well spoken, and they understand what's going on throughout the team and what works and what doesn't work. And like Carson was just saying, I think with how it's like a brand new offense.
Oh, I think I lost you there for a second, but I'm back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Did we want to run down? Did you run down the score? Yeah, I missed what you said.
Yeah. We'll just let me run down. Let me get the scores popped up here. D9 wise, we had. There it is. Port Allegheny 46, Cameron County nothing, Central Clarion County 45, Punxsutawney 7, Clearfield 55, Phillipsburg Osceola nothing, Coudersport 16, Smethport nothing, Southern Huntington 47, Kerwinsville 20. Nothing. 7, Karn City 14, St. Mary's 6, Red Bank Valley 42, Keystone 7, Otto Eldred 32, Bucktail 32, DuBois 49, Bradford 20, Union AC Valley 26, Brockway 20, Brookville Montauk nothing. And then in District 10, we had Reynolds 46, Cambridge Springs 6, Cathedral Prep 49, Salon, Ohio 14, Lakeview 24, Maplewood 7, Mercer 42, Sagertown 24, Eisenhower 46, Seneca 34, Mercyhurst Prep 28, Northwestern 21, Farrell 46, Greenville 7, Grove City 41, Sharon 20, Sharpsville 28, Slippery Rock 4, Warren 10, Conneauting, Meadville 69, Titusville 7, Corey 20, Harbor Creek 7, Fort LaBeouf 21, Fairview 7, Butler 40, Hollisburg 20. Hopefully you got all that. I don't know how the connection was throughout that.
I got most of it. A couple of things. First of all, in District 9, I want to point at Clearfield. I think they lost a game early on, and everyone kind of wrote them off a little bit. Then Tim Janoko gets his 300th win. They get a big win over DuBois and another big win tonight. So I think the Bison are a team that's really starting to stand out there a little bit, and gonna, as per usual, gonna make some noise. Again, just never count out a Tim Janoko coach team. And then, Port Allegheny, since the loss to Central Clarion County, another dominant win tonight. Yeah. Their defense is really rolling.
Yeah, the Brockway and Port Allegheny actually play next Saturday, so that's going to be a game I think everyone might want to tune into.
Absolutely.
Yeah. With a 7-0 win.
Yeah, talk about a defensive slugfest. I kind of touched on that at the end of my broadcast. That's old school football, man. Credit to Brookville. They've had some adversity this year, already, and to come up, with a big win like that is, I think, going to give them a big jolt of confidence.
Yeah, so those were our District 10 games, or 9 games. How about any District 10? Were there any that kind of stood out to you from the scores?
Yeah, I mean, that Region 3 is just such a gauntlet. There are 8 teams in there. There's not a bad team in that region. Greenville's 0-4, and if you put them in a different region, I think they'd be a 500 football team. It's just, Sharpsville with a big win over Slippery Rock, and of course Farrell beating Greenville, and Grove City coming up with a big win tonight after they had been struggling a little bit, just week in, week out in that region. I talked with a couple of coaches, in that region in the preseason, including Brandon Fillion at Wilmington. And he said, if there's a tougher conference, a tougher region in the state, he's like, I don't know what it is. And I kind of agree. So just week to week, just some great football there. And then, like I touched on a little bit before we lost connection, over in Region 4, Meadville and Oil City with a couple of blowout wins. It seems like those two teams are just on a collision course for later in the season, both 4-0.
Yeah, that should be a really good game for the folks out there. I'm going to play our ads real quick, and we'll see if we can try to get anyone else on.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Yeah, so those are our big sponsors there, Generational Wealth Management, helping bring the extra Fridays, and it's crazy. We're already in week 4 out of the year.
Yeah, well, it doesn't feel like I say it, Jared. I feel like I say it every year. The season just flies by. We're already a month into it. It's it's kind of hard to believe. Week to week, it just goes so quick. Seems like one day, you're covering a game, and the next day, it's already a week later, and I'm writing the preview for the following week. It's just it's just crazy. It's been a great season so far across both districts. A lot of good stuff going on. Again, saw one thing that kind of stood out to me tonight was a lot of really good defensive efforts. I know I said this once already, but how about Countersport giving up 70 points one week and then getting a shutout the next week? Just some great defense across both districts tonight, I think.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that, especially looking at all the close scores, like in regards to that. But I think overall, like we're almost at the midpoint season, which would probably be like at the end of next week. But with the teams winning and losing from week to week, it seems like I don't really have like a true clear favorite on who's going to win our district playoffs in here in probably about 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think you see at this point in the season, I think you have a pretty good idea of who the contenders are. But I would agree, multiple classifications across both districts. If you would ask me to pick a favorite, I don't know if I could. And that just speaks to some of the balance that we're seeing and some of the quality football that's being played. And, I know you and I have both seen it here through 4 weeks, and I fully expect it to continue. Like you said, it's crazy. We're already 4 weeks into the season, but the best is yet to come, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was even talking to Brian last week too about Carson City. I'm like, hey, if they get a upset win over St. Mary's next week, then we could be talking about Carson City again after their 0-2 start this year.
Yeah, and again, it's funny, we were talking about that, like Carson City 0-2 start doesn't happen very often, but man, if they bounce back, and that's a big win for them tonight against a good St. Mary's team. That's going to do wonders for them. And again, just like you don't count out Clearfield, you don't count out Carson City, just teams and programs that are just used to winning. And, the bounce back from both of those teams has been very, very fun to watch.
Yeah, and I think that's probably a big statement win for them also. Like there was a lot of those, I feel like, statement type wins tonight too. Like we already talked about, like the Union game, that was a big momentum win for them. I mean, even though the score doesn't reflect it, I mean, the Red Bank Keystone game, that's definitely a big boost for them, for Red Bank moving forward, because I think that was probably one of the biggest maybe mental tests for them this season, especially with how the story of last season went. So I would say that would probably be up there in a statement win. And then, like we just said, with Countersport getting blown out last week to getting a shutout win this week, it looks like a lot of teams can bounce back if they have the right type of game.
Yeah, it's the right type of game. It's a mindset too, because it's tough, especially when you lose in blowout fashion. It's one thing if you lose a close game because you're right there, but some of these teams, to your point, that are bouncing back, we're on the short end of really non-competitive games the week before, and that's a testament to the kids. That's a testament to the coaches. And that's a testament to their attitude, because that's not an easy thing to do. It's easy to get down on yourself, and the season can kind of get away from you a little bit. So credit to some of those teams you just mentioned, because that shows a lot of fortitude.
And then, we could even talk about Keystone too. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to bounce back next week after suffering their first loss of the season, as that was, I think, one of the only games we had with two unbeaten teams going head to head.
Yep, and make no mistake that if they want to downplay it, I know, whether they did or not, but they had that one circled. Red Bank Valley had that one circled. That did not sit well with them. That loss last year to Keystone, so they wanted to come out and make a statement tonight, and they certainly did, in dominating fashion.
Yeah, especially considering they've had over a year now to even think about that game. But yeah, that was like you said, that was definitely a big statement win for them. Any other? Did you see any statement like wins in District 10?
Yeah, I think Sharpsville and Slippery Rock, battle of 3-0 teams there. Again, the last two overall unbeatens, I believe, in that region. And Sharpsville 4-0. Of course, the story last year was they were ineligible for the playoffs because West Middlesex didn't have enough kids to field the program, so they kind of co-opted late in the process. And because it would have made them bump up a classification, they were ineligible for the postseason. But they're eligible this year. And they're gonna, the way it looks right now, again, 4 weeks, 4 games, 4 wins. They certainly look every bit the part of a serious contender. I saw their quarterback, Colin Summers, had another big game tonight. So that's a team that's rolling. It's not going to be easy because that region is so tough, but they've been they've made a statement to me through 4 weeks in the season thus far.
Mm-hmm. What about there was another game, Wilmington 22, Hickory 21. If you heard anything about how that game went?
I apologize. I don't have a lot of details on a lot of these games just because, between tearing down, doing my interview, and jumping on, I haven't really had a chance to look at a whole lot. But again, that's par for the course. And again, I'm going to keep harping on that Region 3, Wilmington, Hickory, all those schools. They're all good teams. They're all good programs. So does that surprise me that game was a 1-point game? Absolutely not. Again, a couple of great teams that are very well coached. Brandon Billing does a great job with Wilmington. Bill Dungy, a great job with Hickory. Teams that are used to winning and competing for district championships. And man, there's some great football in Mercer County and across the southern part of District 10 there. And that's not going to be the last. There are going to be a lot more games like that in that region this season.
Mm-hmm. And what are your thoughts going into this weekend's game? We got Catholic at Cochranton and Union City at Iroquois tomorrow.
Yeah, a couple thoughts on that game. Union City, Iroquois. Union City has a win under their belt. Iroquois lost their top rusher to an injury. Unfortunately, he's out for the season. But I look for that to be a competitive game. And as far as Kennedy Catholic's concerned, it's a program they brought back a couple years ago. They're short on numbers, but they can they play hard, and they have some playmakers. Samir Wade, I think, is an electric playmaker. I've seen a number of both touchdown passes and touchdown rushes from him so far this year. So I expect that to be a good game as well. Of course, Cochranton, again, a different season. They were in the District 10 Class 1A title game a year ago. Now they lost quite a bit from that team, but they were able to bounce back. They have a win over Sagertown under their belt, an overtime win last week, so they're coming in with some momentum. So I expect those to be two reasonably competitive games tomorrow. Are any of them really contenders at this point? I don't know, but probably not. But again, you're talking about programs being built and momentum being built, and I expect those to be good games tomorrow.
hopefully they're good for the people that are going to take their time out of their Saturdays to go to either Cochranton or Iroquois. Do you know the game times of those by chance?
I think one's an afternoon game and one's an evening game, a night game, but I don't have that if I recall correctly. Um, yeah, there's nothing like, we had a Thursday game in District 10 too with General McLean beating Northeast 21-6 last night. So you have football Thursday, you have obviously the busy slate tonight, and then you have a couple games on Saturday as well. So certainly anyone looking to get their high school football fix, you can get it for 3 days. And if I can just jump in too and talk a little bit about that game last night as well. General McLean, started the season off with a loss to Slippery Rock, 37-20. Since then, I think it's something that they've only given up 20 points in their last 3 games. Defense really balling out for McLean. Marshall McCormick, young first-year head coach, has really got them going, and they're a contender in that Region 5. So I'm curious to see how that race shakes out for the rest of the season. McLean, certainly they were in the D10 title game a year ago, lost to Meadville. Certainly curious to see what their season looks like going forward. They certainly have a lot of momentum right now.
Yeah. Now, if I'm going to ask a question that some other people might have. Is there a reason that those two played on a Thursday night compared to a?
Yeah, it's there's a lack of officials. There's an official shortage. And those guys do such a great job. They work so hard, but they're really trying to recruit some younger officials. I know they're having some success with that. But because there is a little bit of a shortage right now, they've moved some games to Thursdays, a few to Saturdays. I know, sometimes I'll ask schools, which schools would you mind moving a game, a particular week to a different night, to a Thursday or a Saturday. And the schools have been pretty good about, understanding the situation, and accommodating because, without, we don't have games without officials, and hopefully that's something that we can see an uptick in. I know, Dave Blair in District 9 and Lisa Levan and LJ Fracina in District 10, that are really working very, very hard to recruit officials, and we hope that we see an uptick here real soon.
Yeah, hopefully. But as us football fans and media people, I think we're sometimes glad that we got football 3 days a week until it comes to the actual work behind the scenes that we have to do, right?
Right. Yeah, a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, but certainly, I'm not one that's going to complain about football 3 days in a row. You get your fix. Obviously, tonight, Friday nights are the heavy night, but to sprinkle in a little bit on Thursday and a little bit on Saturday, that's certainly fun too. Between trying to digest everything that goes on a Friday night, as we are tonight, and there's certainly a lot.
Yeah, lots of games and lots of stuff to cover. With that, I'll read this.
Either I lost Jared or Jared lost me. Wait and see here. Oh, there we go. Got Jared trying to reconnect here. I think he was trying to. Oh, there he is. Jared's back. Jared, can you hear me?
Albert, all right. I think we're back. My screen was doing the.
I think we lost Jared there again. But again, Andy Close coming to you here from Brockway, where I saw Union AC Valley pull off a 26-20 win Over the Rovers, Dawson Camper, 3 touchdowns. Our Allegheny Gorilla Foxborough player of the game. We played that interview earlier, and you can check it out later on d910sports.com as we'll get you wrapped up from all the action across both districts. Again, we brought you 3 games tonight. St. Mary's falling to Carson City, and Eisenhower going to 4-0 with the win over Seneca. So wherever you were, if you weren't able to make it out to a game, we hope you were able to watch one of ours this evening. And certainly want to thank you for tuning in to the Generational Wealth Management Extra Point Show here. We're going to try and get Jared back, but again, as we've talked about, we're 4 weeks into the season now. You can kind of start to filter out the pretenders from the key contenders. I know that's kind of a corny cliche phrase, but no, really, through 4 weeks, you can really start to get a feel, about who's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And, again, there's lots of good football across both districts here. I think probably more so than last year. I think there's more parity than maybe there was last year. You've seen, traditional powers like we've talked about get off to slow starts but rebound. You've seen some teams. Oh, who do we have here? Do we have Chris?
Hey, hold on a second, guys.
Yep.
And you guys keep talking. I'll join you here in a minute.
Yep. Again, as I was talking about, kind of, Jared, there seems to be a lot of parity across both districts this year.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that. Like, it was kind of alludes to the point that I was making, how like one team will win 1 week, then lose the next one, then win. Like, yeah, definitely a lot of parity throughout both districts.
Which makes it fun for us. Now, again, you do have your dominant teams, obviously, but just a lot of really, really good football so far. Again, going through those scores, I know there were some blowouts. There are going to be blowouts every week. But the amount of good football games, and we were able to bring you 3 of them here tonight on the YDL Sports Network, D910 Sports. And like I was saying just a minute ago, hope you weren't able to make it out to a game. Hope you were able to catch one of them, because there were 3 good games.
Yeah, for sure. Just waiting on Chris. I don't know if he's ready or not.
Yeah, I think Chris is kind of in the same situation we are. Kind of doing this from the road tonight. Jared's on the road. I'm on the road every week. And there's Chris. Chris, are you joining us from your car as well, or where are you at?
I am in the Clarion High School parking lot right now.
Oh, fantastic!
Just got done dropping Larry Weiser off. So
good stuff. But sounds like you had a good game tonight.
Oh my goodness! Carson City won a football game without throwing an official pass.
No kidding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they threw one pass all night. They had it for a first down, and it was called back on a chop block. So they won a football game without throwing a pass all night. The beneficiary of a couple of really, really, really questionable spots. One St. Mary's down 14-6, 4th down and 2 from about the 17, 18 yard line. They threw a pass to the running back, kind of like a safety valve, and he was over on the sideline, and Micah Rupp comes up and just explodes from the goal line all the way up to the sticks and tackles the guy. But when you watch it on our video, guys, he had the first down. And they spotted it. They spotted it a whole yard behind where the first down marker was. And then that was about 4 minutes to go. And then on the ensuing drive, Carson City had a play where the ball was kind of stripped. The whistle was blowing. I think it was a 3rd down play, or maybe it was a 2nd down play. And the spot should have been at the 39, and they spotted it at the 40, giving Carson City a first down.
Oh, my goodness.
And you watch it on replay, and I mean, there were a bunch of white jerseys at the 40 and no purple jerseys anywhere close to the 40. And talking to some people afterward, the officials were arguing among themselves where to spot the ball.
Oh my goodness.
And that doesn't even include a potentially, and I'll have to go back and look at it on film, but there was like a 4th and 6 and a running into the punter penalty that was a 5-yard penalty that Carson City got a first down on and ended up getting a touchdown off of that drive. So a little bit of controversy in tonight's game.
Okay. Well,
but Carson City, Carson City. Yeah, go ahead, Jared.
Oh, I was going to say, I was trying to tune into some of the games, and I caught the tail end of you were complaining about something that the refs called. Which call? Do you remember which one that was? It was like late in the game.
Oh yeah, that was that. Oh yeah, that was after misspotting the ball at the 40. They then flagged St. Mary's for unsportsmanlike conduct on the sideline.
Oh.
I mean, have a clue.
Was it that heated, or was it just like was it a necessary?
From what I heard, a coach said that's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really a flag in football. But we know they're a little bit on the they're trying to be they want more sportsmanlike stuff this year. They want more sportsmanlike stuff. Doesn't matter that they're terrible. They just want more sportsmanlike stuff. Yes, I'm saying it out loud, Andy and Jared. Just saying it out loud. I don't care that we have an official shortage. Find better officials. I'm not asking that much.
Yeah.
Do things that are more proactive. Let's get going here. More things that are proactive.
Yeah.
We used to have a rant on the old show. I feel like I'm doing my rant. We need a sponsor for this.
But nevertheless, a big win for the Gremlins.
Oh, huge win for Carson City. I mean, they started out 0-2. They're 2-2 now. Man, I'll tell you what. They come out of halftime up 14-0. They drive from there. They get the ball, great field position. St. Mary's 47. They drive to the 1. They get stopped on 4th and 1. But it was amazing. There was like 4:45 to go in the third quarter when they turned the ball over on downs. I mean, it was ball control, old school football 101 from the Gremlins all night long. It was a thing of beauty. I get it. I understand everybody loves the passing game and throwing the ball all over the place. Every once in a while, give me a great defensive football game with ball control offense.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I had tonight. Union AC Valley's ball control worked to the tune of a 26-20 win at Brockway.
Yeah, I kept seeing that score and going, wow, that is stunning. Just wow, that is stunning. Great win for the Falcon Knights.
Absolutely. Dawson Camper, 3 touchdowns. Their offensive line, I thought, really controlled the game. And really kind of Braden Fox still ended up with about 270 yards passing, but really for the most part, outside of one play, really limited that to a lot of short passes to the Falcon Knight defense.
I'm looking down at the stat. Cam Wagner, 11 of 13, 325 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's like PlayStation numbers.
I was gonna say we played Madden here.
Yeah, my goodness, Cam, you're playing Madden tonight. Not really surprised though by that score. I mean, look, Keystone's done a whale of a job with what they have, but Red Bank team's pretty good still, and they played a really tough schedule coming out of the gate, and probably were happy to get a Class A team tonight.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah, definitely a big win for Red Bank.
Anything? So, what was Brian's final score, Andy? I haven't even had a chance to look at scores. I was driving back from Carson City, and that was 45 minutes ago.
Yep, I'm kind of catching up myself, but Eisenhower was a winner, I do believe. It was a high-scoring game. Eisenhower gave up some points there, which they're not used to doing, but they put up a lot as well. I think 46.
I mean, look at what we're doing. Jared's in his car on his way to Tennessee. You're on your way back from Brockway. You're sitting in Brockway or something. I'm sitting in Clarion in the parking lot. I mean, folks, we're doing what we can to bring you a post-game show tonight. It's kind of crazy.
Yep, it is. But doing our best to cover really some good action here tonight, and as Jared and I were talking about earlier.
Let me take. Can you guys still see me here, or did I go away?
We got you.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I could look at the scoreboard on my phone and do this. So, Nice win for Coudersport, 16-0 over Smethport, I see.
Yeah, I've touched on that. It's funny they give up 70 points the 1 week, shut out the next week.
Yeah, it's funny like that. Otto and Bucktail put up some points, I see. How about Brookville 7-0? That was an old school football game.
Yeah, we touched on that too. Our buddy Rich Rhodes was there. Just old school smash mouth football. Good win for the Raiders who have faced some adversity this year.
You know, I should know better. I picked Hickory to beat Wilmington, and like Wilmington's kind of like Karn City. We should just know better.
Yeah, we should. Again, tough loss early in the season, but Brandon Philly in that Wilmington program, it's a big time win. And again, that region is just such a gauntlet. But week after week, it seems like there's big games in that region 3.
Scott Haynes, October 14th, Red Bank goes to Port Allegany, looking like it might be a good one. Well, we thought it was going to be a good one so long ago that we're already planning on broadcasting that one, Scott. We agree.
Yes,
we agree 100% with you on that. We think that's going to be a heck of a football game. 2 great single A teams, and I had a chance to see both of those teams, and they're good teams. Where did Jared go on? Has he left us here, Andy?
Jared's been having a little bit of connection issues down there in Bristol, Tennessee, but he'll work to get back here. That Red Bank Port game again. You have it circled. We have it circled too. Again, and both teams just playing. Port has really bounced back after that loss to Central Clarion with a pair of dominating wins. There's Jared.
Jared, nice of you to rejoin us. Maybe. He's talking, but we can't hear him. The stash is talking, but the stash doesn't have any it's not working for the stash.
Got to get that audio back, but
well, you know what? I mean, probably a good time to maybe end the show now. Jared's Jared's having some trouble. Folks, we appreciate you joining us on the Generational Wealth Management Extra Point Show with JB Graphics tonight. For our host, JB Graphics, Jared Bakaiza, and for Andy Close, this is Chris Rossetti saying, hey, thanks for joining us, and join us again next week. Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Am I by myself?